It's me again. Today, I will review the movie The Long Run. Please watch the movie together. Where to open the movie is, there was a group of beggars walking by Mr. Zhang's house. These beggars knocked on Master Zhang's door. Please eat. Then a man opened the door and let them in. On a table full of food. These beggars have been hungry for days. Suddenly there's a lot of food on the table. Feed them. They eat together, dead or alive. Among those beggars was a girl named Tuesday. You look around. I didn't see my sister. You go to the door and open the door. There is an altar in front of you. The altar has a picture of a man. She was curious to watch. Behind her there appeared a man on the altar. When she returned, it was the butler. The butler told you it was Master Zhang. Just passed away a few days ago. Then she was called by the old lady. Ask about your situation. She also asked how many people the family had and what their names were. I want you to know that due to the loss of crops, the song broke up. So you, sister, the old lady asked, have you ever been dirty by a man? She replied, you never have. Then Mrs. Sai took her to take a shower. When showering clean, she was tied up by many people. Put your hands and feet back in the coffin. The butler's blessing is like a sacrifice. When you're put in a coffin, inside the coffin is the old lady, looking at Long Cho Su. After a while she came out of the coffin, with a scary face. Then out, you were chosen not to serve the old lady. It's to let the old lady use it. Switch your soul to your body. To be beautiful and to prolong life. This story was written by a man. Read the story. There are so many souls in the grave. I want to go to Long Island. Afraid of going home. Finish listening. The grave robbers didn't believe what he said. They think they've been to the north. There are 8 that they have never met. The man who stole the grave said, he also heard a lot of stories, but I don't believe what Long said is true. There are 2 sisters outside, a boy and a girl. You to pretend to. Robber map guide to the grave on the man. The man lost something, but he didn't know it. The guy from the grave robbers is playing girls. They lose interest, should run away screaming. Then they went out in search of the grave. But I can't believe the map to their grave was stolen. After having a map, he told me the purpose this time. Go to the grave. A few days ago General Willow was dying. A gold barrel to find the soul. In legend, you just need to get the soul-changing treasure in the coffin. I don't have to worrying about dressing for the next half of my life. Now there is a map. According to the agreement, we'll go down to the lake and exchange the treasure for gold. Everyone shares together. Everybody's fighting to go down to the grave. Because they think they've stolen the map too. So it has to go. After the discussion, everyone decided to go together. Just as a man in uniform came in, they also asked to follow. He introduced himself as Pham Van Q, deputy of General Liu. He even knows General Willow entrusted the grave keepers, the most experienced in the profession. 3 brothers have a map to build the tomb of the soul. Just been taken. Before going, we'll stop at the inn under Tay Sun Mountain. Also so people coordinate and take away their maps. Then another man appeared. He's a magnetic field. He is a disciple of Feng Shui Master Devil 7. You're here because of a bunch of toxic people. Invite your master to go with you to the grave. They think the grave is full of souls. Organs are everywhere. And said his teacher was hit by the wind. Ezo can't go. And you bring the deposit back. They said that his master was afraid of death and did not dare to go. You're a fake monk. From Anne, I'm done analyzing the way down. One for everyone. I believe that my master is not afraid to die without going. After watching you analyze, people believe it's true. You said there would be a storm. I advise everyone to be careful. People are talking. Out of the coffin came a beggar girl. The name of the school is in Linzhou Sao. From the school and stepped closer to see her. I saw the necklace on her neck. I suddenly asked her who gave this necklace. She said her mother Cho. She also said that her father was from school. I should name her Mingan. The name is Ipithuan. The girl said, your mother runs around borrowing money for your treatment. That's why her mother was infected and later died. You have to live in a haunted house by eating things that survive the day. She said the doctor said she had something in her head. I can't hold back my tears after hearing. You said you were the baby's father. I'll treat her. Pham Van Q said that her brain needs a lot of money. And told me you wanted money for her treatment. We must follow them to the grave, then you will receive the payment. Before going to the grave, they burn down the house with paper, and paper people down. Give the devil a little bit. New convenient to work. Remember that it is difficult to meet. Your father said he wanted to follow you to the grave. For fear of not coming back. She doesn't know what to do. I heard the thought. So I took my daughter with me. They're going to the desert now, it's sunny. Looks like the weather is good too. But suddenly the wind is blowing stronger. The sandstorm immediately came, let them be tossed into the air by the wind. The sandstorm is getting stronger, it makes them impossible to control. Try to hold on to each other, the wind is too strong to bear. So they let go of each other, wearing for fate. The sandstorm is finally over. The school is safe and everyone is awake. But you don't see your daughter. He ran around calling his daughter but couldn't see. I didn't think she was much better. The map was blown away by the sandstorm. Fong and Gokhan urgently searched for the map, but don't see. Suddenly San Mingang called out. You're still here, Dad? She's also holding a map in her hand. When she told the sand to fly away, she picked it up. See your daughter in peace. You run back, girl. Then suddenly she fell into the sand. He also immediately danced to his daughter. You see that? I also jumped and my father coughed down. Below is the entrance to the grave. They also entered the tomb. Suddenly on the high the sand poured down to the depths. Fill them up, they run away. But the front door is closed. So I can't get out. People are panicking, thinking they have to die here. Right now, peaceful magnetic field awake thinking how to break the hexagons divided into internal 8 monsters and just in the right order and direction. This door may open. Pham Van Q decided to move the figure of 8 monsters on the door. But the school stopped him. If moving improperly, maybe people won't get out. Then the school thought again. And look at the paintings on the wall. I realized that the way to break is to lie on the painting. I ran back to see the pictures. Then I went back to open the door. The town is dragon. Strong eastern threshold for lightning in the main east. Must rotate to the right. The number is 4. Then you turn Theo. The species is the west-oriented goat. Subspecies parallel hand trach. Follow the end of the door. Everybody get out quickly. Then the door closed and the sand stopped. After exiting the door, they accidentally went down to the grave. In the grave so murky, it makes people see their hair. Everybody follow. Direction forward that goes to. The school asked everyone to split into 2 teams. Find your way into the main tomb. They go back and forth and return to the same place. There is no way out. This is obviously a labyrinth up there with a lot of rings. The scene in many rounds is the same. It's very easy to lose direction. The school gave everyone a red coil. Have people count all the objects in each long hallway, including the number of lanterns, the number of stairs outside the door, the color of the windows, and the color of the pillows on the roof. In those details, there will be an abnormality. Sighed, Uncle Yu was walking when he saw something. And the sound of people singing made him panic. The deputy saw you. I asked if you used to be a hunter. Uncle IP said he's been hunting all his life. He's obviously lying. He saw the guy who was dancing CA singing in front of him. I think it's wrong to avenge you. Because you killed that man before, well, that person is performing on stage. Fong and Gokhan, I'm doing it with a beautiful woman right now. This woman is not decent either. I see a man who glances at her love and the jade. This Korean has a shady story that no one knows about. Then Ra is, she and Fong and Gokhan plotted to kill her husband. Let the 2 of you together. It's true that male and female dogs don't know what integrity is. Fong and Gokhan is jealous of you. So you threaten, if she abandons you, then I want you to tell everyone that you killed your husband, she said to Han and Gok. 2 people in the same boat. A capsized boat is not good for anyone. Because she's got her weakness. So she pretended to go into the water to wait for a chance to solve it. I'm enjoying the beauty. Then suddenly, something's dragging me on the ground. Everyone, his screams are pulled together. He's lying on the ground right now. Mentally unstable. Because earlier when I was haunted I panicked. So I used my pen and missed my hand. Killed the stupid guy. Before being stabbed, fat guy with his sister. The red-shirted bride appeared in front of them. Then the red-shirted bride took off her headscarf to attack the 2 sisters. The 2 sisters were so panicked that they kept running, but their footsteps just stood in place. Without running away, the fat man saw that. Turn your head and run back. Then he crashed into the wall unconscious. After waking up, he was too scared to hold his sister's hand. The 2 sisters' flashlights were also damaged. Holding my sister's hand, when the fat man looks down, then I found myself holding the bride's white hand. When the bride in red turns around, the fat man panicked and ran away. The other side of the hill was also dragged underground. Suddenly via Dutch's fat guy. I panicked, stabbing the fat man with a pen. Because I thought it was a ghost. Then the fat guy lies unconscious on the ground, body full of blood. People, I was crying over the body of my brother. I saw my brother being killed by a gun. You come with a knife now. I want to kill my brother to get revenge. But it's blocked by the magnetic field. I told you to calm down. It's important that we think about how to get out. From the field I can see there are 4 lanterns. I thought out. The hallway you used to walk was only 2. There are 6 problems inside. It's in the lanterns. Then you know how to get out. This maze is made by Theo Lost Letter. The number of lanterns in the hallway. It's the 4 statues in the Lost Letter. In the 4 lost statues. 9 soul 6 trauma ba doi for 7. It took 8 lives in the southwest. Then they successfully opened the door. But in front of them was a fairy. A lot of people. Paper and coffin inside the house. It's like a sacrifice for the wicked. People go around looking for the exit, but they don't see it. Just seeing the surroundings, it makes people even more afraid. I don't know what's going to happen to them. The woman holding the banknote. Go up and tell everyone. Are these things familiar? At the coffin shop. They burned their bodies before they left the house and the people down here. Now everything is here. She thinks this thing burns Tash. New down to yin yang. Now everything is here. It means that everyone is in yin and yang. More and more people think they're dead. Then she burned the carcass of Kia. Then people see the person below moving. They come closer to see, of course. The bottom knows how to move. People are confused right now. The cannon is approaching. Open the casket raw. I found the body of the field in the coffin. I panicked, and people come closer to see. They all feel like vice presidents. Then the lights go out. It makes people more afraid of ghosts. The lights were turned on, but suddenly the people below turn into a real person. Attack them back. Let them resist. But you can't fight the people down there. The people down there are like bloodthirsty ghosts. Go ahead and attack them. Even if you showed it the people below, it doesn't work with them either. Now everyone is carried by the people below, into one by one. Let them scream. From the school and put it in the coffin. Then you get out. The scene in front of you changes. Then he heard his wife's voice calling out to him. The woman came out looking like your wife. She called the school and I've been waiting for you. Why didn't I come back to find you? The school replied that he was looking for her but couldn't he find her. I thought I'd never see you again. I thought you were dead. Then you and your master hid in the forest. Now we can be together again. I asked my wife where we are now. The wife replied that he was in the Golden Spring. The dead will come here. As long as we're together. Even in the Golden Spring it is beautiful. You're not Ipichuan. Then he woke up and knew he was hallucinating. It's not real. Then you go back to the coffins. Tell everyone to wake up. Let everyone know this is an illusion. He ran 6 out of the coffins to find his daughter. Everybody's awake. Only Korean Jade, lying dead in a coffin. The woman thought you'd lost your soul. Fireworks wonder at how people fall into illusions. The school said someone was playing on paper money. The smoke must have caused people to hallucinate. Then the school looked up at the coffins. Show up the hexagons. There's 2 cups. I know how to get out. Because the key is in hexagons. The cup has 2 hexagons, and the others have only 1. There are 8 casket rungs here, 2 of which are cups. Sunny is your fire. Borrow Uncle Ip's lamp. I told everyone to cover their noses. And you burn everything here. If it's an illusion, burn it all to reveal the truth. After burning it all in front of you, there's a way out. Let's all run that way out. This time get out of the paper. But I got lost in the basement. It's even more terrifying. They're gone for a while. Then giant centipedes appeared and attacked them. This one is even more disgusting than the ones they've seen before. Uncle IP and his deputy shot and those monsters. To save people from being bitten by it, the school uses plants. I also got a few. But there's a girl among them. The fat guy's sister was bitten by it. They're lying there convulsing. They're attacking people. Then suddenly the light goes dark. They can't see you, so they're out. These giant centipedes are weak. They must have lived here for a long time. There's a lack of light, so I'm completely myopic. The light has not returned yet. Quickly leave that place together. There are monsters everywhere. Make people walk. Avoid touching them too. If the VA touches them without seeing the person, they can also bite people. The giant centipedes, constantly moving around. Fortunately, they don't see you. If they see, then you'll be dinner for them tonight. In the search for this treasure, it's not easy to swallow, but only because of human greed, that they risk their lives in spite of. to get what they need. But they don't think about, if life is no more, all the treasures in the world are meaningless to them. The deputy drilled his backpack to lure the Kia monsters towards the backpack. Then, they run quickly out of the cave. They finally risk jumping in. Wooden panels available outside the cave door. I asked my father why he moved in the morning at night. Let your daughter know. Water wheel transport rent water line below. On the water wheel there are horizontal plates, also there are
Two panels are
placed alternately in series. When the vertical plate approaches the cave, will block out all the light. So the cave will turn into a dark cave. When the horizontal plate moves to the cave entrance, the light will shine again into the cave. So it creates a phenomenon in the morning and at night in the cave. The ancients were very fond of enlightenment. Focus on details. They say that after death, everyone goes to the underworld. If you want to go back to the world at the time of death, you have to sit in the ocean, crossing the river back to the world. So they built a tomb on top of that and built a boat. Then they all got off the boat together. Go over there. While on the boat, the fat man's treatment girl became ill due to centipede poisoning. Suddenly she twitches up like an erection. Standing behind Uncle IP, he turned to see her with a white face. The eyes are cloudy white. She jumped in and bit him. Uncle IP was bitten by her hand. The school saw that it was forbidden to take the climbing tree, but she wouldn't stop and attack the school. It seems your power. The men are not sure. Situation she. School alone can't resist. You made me fall into the water. There's something in the water right now that's freaking me out. Swim in a hurry and get everyone to get you on the boat. After getting on the captain's boat, the gun fired a shot in the middle of her forehead. You go to the ghost house. This is also a way of escape. Keep you from getting poisoned, raging in pain. Uncle IP, who was bitten by her, was also injured in his hand. Cut off his poisoned arm. And finally they found it. Go to the grave at the door. Inside the tomb there are lines on it. Min Ha is the spirit of the heaven-restored soul. 10,000 statues of spiritual life. The bell is the bell. The ancients thought that ringing the bell is the magic weapon linking the two worlds of grace and the soul. The focus is on the first 7 days. Tradition after death. Day 7, the soul will return home to say goodbye to its loved ones. When the door opened, they went inside. The whole story Uncle IP told was a lie. There is no soul exchange. He said if you don't make it up to Ra, people won't help you. He took the map. Even if it is fake, it is not good. You can buy gold in exchange for gold. It's definitely true. Uncle Yi and his deputy opened the lid of his coffin. In the coffin is a corpse with a mouth full of pearls. Then Uncle IP, take the Dragon Ball in the mouth of his body. He was glad to take a long bow and watch. He thinks this is rich. The teacher asked the school how to get out. After knowing how to get out, deputy breaking officer, he turned his gun towards Uncle IP, shot him on the spot, and stole the dragon pearl from Uncle Ip's hand. The firecracker now reveals his true face. He is the blood of murder. The most vicious killer. He's going to kill everyone, so that we don't have to share the land with AI. The woman begged him not to kill her. She said she won't share with you. If you want her to be yours. He was going to shoot you when the fat guy showed up. Hugging my sister's body is approaching everyone. When I saw the fat man was not dead, I was surprised. The school tells him there are no ghosts. Where does Rama kill people? The school has known for a long time that the fat man is not dead. But you didn't trace the fat guy. At first I thought the fat guy was dead. Until you're about to examine the fat guy's body. The actions of the fat man's sister were indirect. Stop you, Cho. So I guess the fake fat guy died. A woman with too much opportunity. It was the blood that killed the fat man's sister. Let the two sides slaughter each other for your benefit. The fat man finished listening. Dare to live and die with blood. You dodged the bullets of the blood that shot you. Then the school saw it. He also rushed to the man of blood to help him fat. Fat man rushed in with a knife to stop. Bleeding like crazy. Fat brother is weak, so he was bleeding and he was going to stab it again. Chief in law came to embrace the bleeding man. To save you fat, avoid the stab of the hemorrhage. To save the fat boy that the school wrestled with him. Then, he made the VA head into the wall unconscious. Then he took the Dragon Ball back. But I didn't expect you to stab him. After a while the fat guy got him. Then the fat man got the Dragon Ball back, holding the Dragon Ball in his hand. The woman standing behind me shot at the fat brother. He was shot in the back. So I'm fat on the spot. The school woke up and found you with a gun and killed the fat guy. Then you said she's also in the wind. She killed him when he examined the body. There was a small bullet next to it. and Gokhan. I thought the blood of murder was mixed into them. The school asked her why she wasn't hallucinating. She admitted it because she knew she should have avoided it. The information you got from the man who stole the tissue. He investigated. There's a paper job underneath. The paper money on the table once burned will create smoke. After breathing that smoke in will cause people to hallucinate. Only the nose and mouth are not hallucinated. She tried to kill my father. Suddenly the grave is like an earthquake. The school told her to leave or she wouldn't be in time, but due to greed, she went back to get the Dragon Ball next to the blood stream. He suddenly grabbed her hand. And then you jumped to your death. Come back to get the Dragon Ball. Let me tell you to stop. Now the rock is falling and locking her inside. The school outside. I tried to pull the stones out to save her. Now she admits she's not your child. You go away, I'm not your daughter. My name is Little Seven. You must be 6 years old, you're 9. People who find out you're sick don't need you anymore. So they threw me in the wild grave. I slept in a coffin eating the food of the dead. That necklace I picked up. She was holding a pile of paper in her hand. Each page has the same content. My name is IP Chuan from Linzhou. Finding a husband is from school. When you're hiding in a coffin, I heard you calling from the school. I'm just trying my luck. You're the one she was looking for. I cheated on you. I was afraid to be alone. I was hungry. The school knew she was cheating. I've known for a long time. That necklace is not a relic of you and your wife. It's the wooden ring that's the creed. I couldn't buy a necklace. So I made her a bracelet. So on the boat, I said when my mother died, wearing a trust is a necklace. I knew you were fooling me. Why did you save me? That year, if you don't go, my son and I are about your age. I called you father. Then it's your child. The school decided to save her. Last to daddy. Together I take the stones out. And leave the grave together. Then we went to the big city together. To cure diseases for peace of mind. Here, the captain puts the Dragon Ball in his mouth. In the coffin. The captain asked the shaman to make a change of soul for him. But in the coffin of unchanging soul. So the captain came out and asked the wizard. Is it fake or not? I can't change his soul. Now the grave robbers came. That the marshal hurt them so much. Because they took the fake map. The real map is lost. Because of anger, so they shot at the marshal's men. If you shoot each other, no one will survive. You're the only handsome man in the coffin. To exchange souls with the surviving marshal, the movie is over. If you see our people, please give me a like and a registration to receive notifications for upcoming movies.